Hey everybody, Technically Jeff here, and I'm doing a mini road trip this weekend and figured it'd be a good opportunity to do an initial test of the battery preconditioning update that I just got in my Kia EV6. So right now I'm driving, and when we get closer to the charger, we'll see how it works. So the EV6 doesn't let you have the factory navigation running at the same time as the navigation through Android Auto, so I canceled my route in Waze and put it into the Kia navigation system. And I just got a notification on the dash that the battery conditioning had started, and I'm about 20 minutes away from the charger. You can see it's about 62 degrees outside, and I'm currently at 57% state of charge. And you can see the snowflake there indicating it's conditioning the battery. Looking at the battery details in Car Scanner, you can see the battery is between 66 degrees and 73 degrees. So it's going to try and warm the battery to a minimum of at least 69 degrees for optimal charging speeds. You can also go into the EV portion of the infotainment system and see the electricity use. And you can see here it's currently devoting 4.6 kilowatts to battery care. If it were to run the entire 20 minutes, that's barely more than 1.5 kilowatt hours of energy it will use, which means I'd lose less than 6 miles of range by doing this. And in really cold temperatures, it would make a huge impact on charging time. Now I've been driving for 8 minutes, and I got a notification on the dash that the battery conditioning was completed. You can see here in battery care, it's no longer pulling any power. And looking at Car Scanner info here, the battery minimum is up to over 69 degrees with the battery heater, and coolant up over 100 degrees. So that turned off the battery conditioning. Now let's check out the charging speeds. So I just pulled in at the charger. One thing to note, with the coolant temperatures as warm as they were, it did continue to warm the battery some even after it was turned off, with the minimum getting up to almost 72 degrees, which is pretty cool. I'm currently at 47.5% BMS state of charge, which is the true state of charge. It's indicated at 46% on the dash. And I'm at a 350 kilowatt charger, so let's go plug in. All right, I just plugged it in. It is starting the charge. And it's going. Right now it's showing it's charging at 196 kilowatts, which is pretty solid. It's estimating 13 minutes to go from 48% to 80%. Looking at Car Scanner, the battery minimum is up to 73 degrees, and the BMS state of charge is now at 49.5%. And it just now kicked down to about 150 kilowatts. Nothing is standing out to me as to why we're at 53% BMS state of charge right now. It could be the charger. That said, 150 kilowatts isn't bad. While I'm here, I wanted to show you guys too, this Electrify America has some pull-through stations, which is pretty nice. It's good for people that are towing. Also, looking at other chargers, there is a notification that the maximum power has been reduced, so that could be a part of why I'm not seeing higher speeds. But we'll go ahead and let it charge some more and see how it does. All right, it's been charging a few more minutes. Let's see where we're at. Right now we're getting 126 kilowatts. BMS state of charge shows 64%. Battery minimum is up over 80 degrees now, which is a good temperature. And we're still going strong now at 130 kilowatts, up over 70% state of charge. I wanted to show you too, the Electrify America charger shows the same kilowatts output as the vehicle, which is good. I know in the past they had been off sometimes, so hopefully they're getting more accurate. And we've been charging for 10 minutes and have taken in a little over 24 kilowatt hours of energy, which isn't bad. That's around 75 miles of range at highway speeds. So we're going to keep going a little while longer and see how we do. All right, we are at 72 kilowatts now for the charging speed. The BMS state of charge is at 83% and the battery minimum is around 87 degrees. And we've been charging for 15 minutes. And we've gained over 33 kilowatt hours of energy, which is about 100 miles of range at highway speeds. So, not too bad considering this charger is likely being throttled. I'll go ahead and unplug and we can see the final results. Alright, so we finished at 16 minutes with 34.28 kilowatt hours of energy. Now that's the delivered energy, that's not necessarily the true energy that the car gained, because I did have the AC running, there are charging losses, that sort of thing. Looking at the info inside the car here, we're showing 84.5% BMS state of charge. So starting at 47.5%, we gained 37% of battery in 16 minutes, which isn't too bad at all for this initial test. Stay tuned for another test when it's colder outside to really get a feel for the battery preconditioning update. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.